important term, okay. It is acceleration. Generally, we all know that during the course of motion, velocity changes with time and position, because when body moves on a straight line, you all know that its position changes with time, as well its velocity during the course of motion changes with time and also with position. So, now the question arises, how to describe this change in velocity? How to describe this change in velocity? Should it be described with distance or with time? Generally, velocity changes during the course of motion. How to describe this change? Should this change expressed with distance or with time? This was a problem even in Galileo's time. Earlier it was thought that this change in velocity should be expressed with distance, but through experimental studies of Galileo on freely falling objects and motion of objects on an inclined plane, they found that change in velocity with time is found to be a constant for all objects in free fall, whereas change in velocity with distance was not found to be a constant, that is found to decrease as the distance of fall increases. This led to the concept acceleration as the rate of change of velocity with time. Rate of change of velocity with time is called as acceleration. Rate of change of velocity with distance was not found to be a constant. So, that is why we are not going to define acceleration as rate of change of velocity with distance, never. Rate of change of velocity with time, rate, that is time rate of change of velocity, okay. Time rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration, or rate of change of velocity with time is called as acceleration. So, in the similar way as we discussed in velocity, okay, velocity side heading, we are going to discuss here acceleration. Two types of acceleration. One is average acceleration, when you consider an interval, that is over an interval we define average acceleration. At a particular instant we are going to define instantaneous acceleration. First, average acceleration. Average acceleration. It is denoted by letter A bar. It is defined as the ratio of change in velocity over the time interval. Change in velocity over the time interval. Delta V over delta T is defined as A bar. You all know the bar over any quantity represents average, okay. Average acceleration equal to delta V over delta T. Let V1 be the velocity of the object at time t1, let V2 be the velocity of the object at time t2. Okay. Now, the change in velocity is final velocity V2 minus initial velocity, okay, divided by change in time, that is t2 minus t1. It is defined as, okay, average acceleration. So, delta v, change in velocity, will be in meter per second, because 10 meter per second minus 5 meter per second, unit will be meter per second, divided by delta t, 5 second minus 2 seconds, that will be 3 seconds, that is will be in second. So, unit will be meter per second. If this second comes to numerator, that will become second power minus 1, that is meter second power minus 1, second power minus 1, second power minus 2, that is meter per second square will be the SI unit of acceleration. SI unit of acceleration. Fine. And graphically, the average acceleration will be the slope of the Vt graph or Vt curve in any situation. Slope of the Vt graph or Vt curve represents average acceleration. For example, let this be the velocity time graph. Okay. So, imagine like this. Okay, this is the initial position, say t1, corresponding velocity is v1. Okay. So, this is at a later instant, say t2, corresponding velocity is v2. Okay. So, this is initial position p1, this is final position p2. Okay. Now, joining these 2 points, okay, by a straight line. Now, the slope of this straight line will give you the average acceleration over the time interval. Okay. The slope of this straight line will give you the average acceleration. If the velocity time graph is like this. Okay. Now, you just calculate the slope. Okay. This is theta, you all know. Okay. So, tan of theta, slope is tan of theta, tan theta is, so this is right angle, correct. So, this is 90 degree, this will be in the right angle triangle. Okay. So, this will be hypotenuse, this will be opposite side for this theta, this will be adjacent side. Fine. Tan theta is opposite side, I can give like this. Okay. Opposite side BC divided by adjacent side AC. Opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AC. Okay. Tan theta, that is nothing but slope equal to BC, is, this is delta y, okay, delta y, change in the vertical axis, that is velocity, delta y will be delta v, and this is delta x means time, that is delta t. Okay, slope will be delta v by delta t, that is change in velocity over change in time, that is nothing but acceleration. So, slope represents average acceleration. Okay. Slope of the Vt graph represents average acceleration. We are going to use this idea in further discussions while solving kinematic equations, okay, for uniformly accelerated motion. We are going to use this idea. 2 important features, one is slope of the Vt graph represents acceleration, another one is area under the Vt curve represents displacement over the time interval. Okay. Now, let me introduce instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration. So, as the name suggests, acceleration of the body at a particular instant. Okay? In the same way as we defined instantaneous velocity, we are going to define instantaneous acceleration. So, instantaneous acceleration is denoted by letter A, average is A bar, instantaneous A. So, we often omit the term instantaneous, we simply call it as acceleration. Acceleration means instantaneous acceleration, acceleration at a particular instant. It is defined as limit of the average acceleration, okay, with the time interval becoming very small. Limit delta t tending to 0, A bar, that is A bar is average acceleration, that is limit of delta t tending to 0. What is A bar? A bar is delta v over delta t. So, this is how we define instantaneous acceleration, limit of delta t tending to 0, delta v by delta t is instantaneous acceleration. It is a vector quantity, okay? Vector quantity which has both magnitude and direction. The direction of the acceleration, okay, will be same as that of the direction of change in velocity. So, which acceleration A carries the same direction as that of delta v, because delta t time is a scalar. Okay. So, delta v carries a direction, same direction will be carried by the acceleration A. So, graphically in a VT graph, the instantaneous acceleration at any point will be the slope of the tangent drawn to the point. For example, at this instant if you want the instantaneous acceleration, what you have to do? You just draw a tangent to the VT curve. Okay. The slope of this tangent, okay, so will give you the direction of will give you the value of instantaneous acceleration at that particular instant. Okay. The slope of the tangent drawn to any point in the VT graph will give you the direction of will give you the value of direction, both magnitude and direction will give you the value of instantaneous acceleration at that particular point. Okay. So, this is how we calculate instantaneous acceleration graphically, and in the language of calculus you all know limit of delta t tending to 0, delta v by delta t is nothing but dv by dt. Okay. So, limit of delta t tending to 0, delta v by delta t is dv by dt, differentiation of v with respect to t, a equal to dv by dt. Okay. So, differentiation of v with respect to t. Okay. If you know the expression of v with respect to time, you just differentiate that expression, you will get the acceleration, okay, instantaneous acceleration, general expression, then put the values for t, you will get the instantaneous acceleration values at different instants. Okay. So, this is how we can define two important terms, average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. Okay. Now, the point is clear, when the velocity of the body changes, acceleration comes into picture. If the velocity is not changing, no acceleration. If the body is moving with constant velocity, uniform motion, body is said to have 0 acceleration. If velocity increases, body is said to have positive acceleration. If velocity decreases, body is said to have negative acceleration. It is also called as retardation or deceleration, many terms, no worries. Okay. Try to remember any word, no worries. Now, velocity is a vector quantity which has both magnitude and direction. When the velocity changes, body is said to have acceleration. So, velocity has both magnitude and direction. So, change in velocity means the direction of the velocity may change, or only the magnitude change, or both. Okay. So, velocity changes means its direction may change or its magnitude may change or both together may change. So, when velocity changes, body is said to have some acceleration. This is the ultimate idea. This is the basic thing one must remember. If velocity changes, body is said to have acceleration. If the velocity is not changing, body is said to have zero acceleration or no acceleration. I am going to write the position time graph for three important situations. One is moving with positive acceleration, second one negative acceleration, third one zero acceleration. Remember, I am going to plot position time graph for body moving with positive acceleration, negative acceleration and zero acceleration. Actually, we have plotted all the three in a single graph, but I am going to write the graphs separately. First one, position time graph, position versus time, x in meter, time in second. Okay, positive acceleration, the curve will be the position time graph curves upwards like this. Okay, curves upwards. For this negative acceleration, the curve downwards. For this one, for zero acceleration, the body must move with constant velocity. Okay. Correct? It is a straight line for zero acceleration. Here acceleration is positive, here acceleration is negative, here acceleration is 0. So, just try to search these three situations in a single graph. Car picks up its speed till 10 seconds, so positive acceleration. After 20 seconds, brakes are applied, body moves with negative acceleration. Okay, position time graph curves downward, and from 10 to 20 seconds, car moves with a constant velocity, acceleration 0. Velocity is not going to change, acceleration is 0. These are the three situations you have studied, okay, you have seen, but explicitly, okay, as a separate cases, if anybody asks, draw the position time graph for an object moving with positive acceleration. That is all, x versus t curves, the position time graph curves upward. So, for negative acceleration curves downward. So, for zero acceleration, the position time graph is a straight line as shown. Okay. Zero acceleration. Okay. Now, let me try to see how velocity time graph looks like for few simple cases. Velocity time graph looks like for simple cases. First case, body is moving in the positive direction, okay, positive direction with the positive acceleration. positive direction, positive acceleration. You are plotting velocity time graph, remember velocity, okay, versus time. Body is moving in the positive direction, positive acceleration. And throughout our discussion in this chapter, for your kind information, we are going to discuss motion of objects with the constant acceleration. Motion of objects with constant acceleration. Acceleration is assumed to be constant. So, it can vary. So, acceleration can vary, but throughout our discussion in this chapter, we restrict ourselves to motion of objects with the constant acceleration. As a simple case, acceleration can vary with time as well, but we are not going to consider motion of objects with non-uniform acceleration. Instead, motion of objects with the uniform acceleration or constant acceleration. So, keeping that in your mind. So, positive direction, positive constant acceleration. Okay. Positive direction, no doubt, positive direction and positive acceleration, which is constant, which is assumed to be constant, means it must be a straight line, it must be a straight line. So, we all know that slope of the VT graph represents acceleration. So, it is positive acceleration. So, curve must be like this. So, initially it has velocity v naught, after certain time its velocity increases, okay, becomes v. Okay. So, this is the graph, okay. This is the graph, VT graph, which represents an object which is moving in the positive direction with the positive acceleration. See here, this is a straight line, slope of this straight line is a constant which is representing acceleration, and this is a straight line with the positive slope, that is positive acceleration. Slope of VT graph represents acceleration, slope of this straight line is positive. So, positive acceleration, it is moving in the positive direction, fine. Next case, simple case, body is moving in the positive direction with the negative acceleration. Body is moving in the positive direction with the negative acceleration. Same VT graph, velocity, okay, versus time, okay, this is origin, positive direction with the negative acceleration. Please note, this is a straight line, okay, with positive slope. So, therefore, positive acceleration. So, here also body moves with negative constant acceleration. This point is clear, this condition is applied for all cases, because throughout the chapter we are going to consider motion of objects with constant acceleration. So, that makes the point very clear that the graphs we are going to write must be straight lines. Why? Because the slope must be a constant, therefore, the curve here will be a straight line, but it is moving with negative acceleration, means the slope must be negative. It is a straight line like this. Initially velocity was v naught and finally its velocity decreases. Body is moving with negative acceleration in the positive direction, okay, positive direction. So, we will be in the first quadrant, okay, positive direction, fine. Next, third situation, body is moving in the negative direction with the negative acceleration. This is velocity in time. Body is moving in the negative direction with the negative acceleration. Simple. This is actually motion of the car, okay, along a straight line from the reference point O, okay, towards rightwards with the increasing velocity. So, this is towards rightwards with decreasing velocity. Here car moves leftwards from the origin with the increasing velocity like this. So, it must be again acceleration must be constant, no doubt you will get a straight line and it will be like this somewhere here. This is V naught minus this is V, because this is negative V in meter per second. You all know this is origin, this is plus values, if you go downwards minus value. Okay. So, therefore, this is initially V, this is final, initially V naught, final V. This is the Vt graph. Again it is a straight line because acceleration is assumed to be constant. So, it is a straight line, okay, with the negative slope. Therefore, it is negative acceleration and negative direction. Car is moving in the negative direction with the negative constant acceleration. Simple car is moving from O and moving from O in the leftward direction or in the backward direction with the increasing speed. See, initially it was V naught and finally it becomes V, it is increasing. Okay. So, but negative acceleration. Again one more case, car is moving in the positive direction, okay, till certain time t1 and to certain point say q. After that time it reverses, okay, and it goes back, okay, with the same negative acceleration. Let me repeat. A car moves in the positive direction till certain time, certain point with negative acceleration, and it reverses its direction and going with the same negative acceleration. In the positive direction, same negative acceleration, and it reverses and goes back with the same negative acceleration. So, this is V in meter per second, okay, this is time. Okay. So, initially, this is origin, car moves in the positive direction till time t1. Till time t1 it moves with the negative acceleration in the positive direction, this one, positive direction, negative acceleration like this. Okay. So, initially this is V naught, okay, V naught till time t1 it is moving in the positive direction with the negative acceleration and it reverses back, means it is moving in the negative direction now. See, from O to some point Q in the positive direction and it reverses its direction, means it is moving in the negative direction with the same negative acceleration till T1 till T2. From T1 to T2 means it is moving from O to Q and then it is moving from Q to O or somewhere. Okay. So, till T2, okay, it is moving in the negative direction. See, the slope must be same because it is moving with the same negative acceleration. Okay. So, this is negative acceleration. So, from here to here car moves in the forward direction, from T1 to T2 it is moving in the backward direction. Simple car is moving from O to some point Q in the forward direction and from that point it is moving in the backward direction with the same negative acceleration. See here, the slope of the straight line is constant, which is negative. The slope of the Vt graph represents acceleration, which is negative, that is all. So, from here to here it is moving in the forward direction, from T1 to T2 it is moving in the backward direction. Two directions are clubbed here in this diagram, and in the previous three diagrams only one direction was mentioned. Positive direction, negative direction, here both positive and negative direction with the common negative acceleration. Point is clear. Here all the VT graphs are straight lines. Why? Because we have assumed constant acceleration. Need not be the case always. Okay? So, acceleration of the body can change as well. Whereas, in our chapter, in this chapter, we restrict ourselves, okay, for our simplicity, constant acceleration cases, motion of objects with constant acceleration.